lovelies, I hope you're all doing well. Today, as you can see by the title, I am back to share with you all my review on the newest MAC foundation. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. It looks like this, and I do have a demo, so I'll be showing you all the demo and then my review on it. I actually have had this foundation since Fashion Week, which was, I think, the first week of February, if I'm not mistaken. So I have been trying it out for a while. I definitely didn't want to do a first impressions type of video with this foundation because it is a foundation. So I wanted to give it a little bit more time before I actually sat down and reviewed it and did a demo for you all. It's April now. I have no idea when I'm going to upload this video. It's probably going to be in May because this comes out the first week of May if I'm not mistaken. So by now it should be out in stores and online. Now I do have to mention, like in all of my reviews, this is definitely based on my opinion, on my experience. You might have different skin types, you might not like MAC foundations for whatever reason, but this is definitely my own experience with it. I also do have the MAC Pro Longwear powder. It's a pressed powder to go along with it. I was on the market for a new foundation anyways because my MAC Studio Fix fluid was running out, so I definitely wanted to pick these up, and I always set my foundation with a powder that has a little bit of coverage. So I did try these two out. If you're interested in the demo and in my review on the new MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation and matching Pro Longwear pressed powder, then keep on watching. Okay, I did my eyebrows, I put on some moisturizer, and I put on my sunscreen. Now let's get into the foundation. So actually I'm going to put my hair up because you all know my hair gets annoying. The foundation brush that I'm going to be using for the demo is the Sephora 56. It's the Pro Flawless Airbrush. And I have mentioned this many times. I love this brush so much. I have 3 of them, and you need this brush in your life. But definitely don't think that you have to use a brush just like this. For this foundation, you can use any type of brush or sponge that you have. I know some makeup artists prefer to use a sponge with this foundation. I know others that like using their fingers. It just depends on you, personal preference. Find out what works for you, what doesn't. So I'm going to be using this brush with the foundation. Ooh, oops, there goes the cap. Anyway, so I am an NC42 in this foundation. This foundation runs really light. I'm sure I'll mention that again in the review part. I do have to stress this, you don't need as much as you think you do. This is too much, and unfortunately I can't put it back. This is too much already. You think that's not a lot, but this goes on and it just goes on. I can't explain it. So I hope you'll see. It really doesn't, you really don't need a lot of this foundation. And the makeup artist stressed that. And also, it's not like the Studio Fix where you quickly have to, do that. No, it doesn't set that easily. It's not mattifying as the Studio Fix fluid, believe it or not. But it does give a medium to full coverage. But again, it doesn't mean it's not matte. It's just not as mattifying as the Studio Fix fluid. You really don't need a lot of product. A little goes a very long way. And I guess that's why they made it so small, to be honest. This matches my skin tone perfectly. Neck. I tried to get colors that match my neck. Unfortunately, that can't always be the case, just because I've mentioned this many times, but some of you still keep asking me. My forehead is a deeper color than the rest of my face, and obviously it's different from my neck, so sometimes, it just doesn't end up working out. But that's why I get a powder that's a little bit darker, so it could just set everything and kind of make everything match. Just because it's a smaller foundation tube, we think, oh snap, I'm going to use this up really quick. It's definitely not the case, at least for me. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Just gave me, I just wiped the rest off. And that's what it looks like. Definitely just evens out my skin tone. Really forgot to mention this. This can also double up as a concealer. You can definitely just take a little bit of it and put it right here. Definitely, which I think is great because the reason why I don't like wearing concealer, especially under my eyes, because girl, I know I need it because sometimes I just don't sleep that well or sleep at all. The reason why I don't is because to this day, and I have tried so many concealers, all different brands, MAC, NARS, Makeup Forever, you name it. I've tried so many freaking concealers, drugstore, whatever, and all the concealers that I've tried, especially under my eyes because, you know, that's where we need it, have creased and it just looks really, really gross. So I prefer to just go out like this without any concealer under my eyes than to in like 3-4 hours look like, you know how it looks like when it's creased. It's not a pretty sight. So that's why I don't wear concealer, because I've yet to find a concealer that doesn't crease on me. I've tried, like I said, I've tried NARS, I've tried high-end, I've tried drugstore. No. Anyways, so I'm going to set it with the powder. This is the Pro Longwear Powder Pressed. I usually end up using a powder. It just depends on your preference. Some of you might just put on the foundation, maybe put on a translucent setting powder and bounce. Personally, I like to put a powder with a little bit of coverage in it. This is definitely not full coverage like Fix powder. This is a light to maybe a medium coverage. You can definitely just put this on if you just want to run out of the house. Definitely like put moisturizer and sunscreen and, you know, put this bad boy on and you're set to go. Definitely not full coverage, but I like that it has a little bit of color and a little bit of coverage. Just in case I miss something or whatnot, I can go in there and take care of business. Not looking for Studio Fix powder foundation coverage. That's too much coverage. It's a really great coverage just if you use it by yourself, but paired up with another liquid foundation, I think that's a little too much. Maybe if you're going out clubbing or, you know, something like that. So that's pretty much it. That's it does come with a puff, but I don't use it. I don't know, I don't really like using those puffs that come in product. This is definitely the type of coverage that I would use on an everyday basis, whether I go to work or not, unless, you know, we're gonna have a party or something, or some kind of special event. But this is honestly what I would wear to work, what I would wear to go out. From like right now, I'm gonna go run errands. So this is definitely the coverage I would go for. Some of you might not need the, you know, as much coverage. Some of you might say like, you need more coverage, girl. It just depends on your preference, but this is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I go with. I've been obsessed with this. I haven't mentioned it. This is the Lorac Alter Ego Lipstick in Seductress. I've been obsessed with this lipstick. It just looks really good. And I don't know, I feel like my face looks all washed out right now. It's not the foundation, it's just that I don't know how this is possible. I've been told many times that I'm pale and I need like a pop of color, like I've mentioned so many times. I'm gonna go run my errands and I will be back in a couple of hours, and then let's get on with the review. Okay, lovely, so I am back with my review. Now, when I did the demo, it was around 8, almost 9 o'clock in the morning, and I went to go run my errands, did all that, and now it is actually a couple minutes until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, evening actually, but the sun's still out, which is great. Anyway, so by the time you see this will already be in stores, counters, and also online. But I definitely do recommend you all going to your store or counter if you have it, if you are interested in getting it. They can try it on, give you a sample, and you can try it for yourself. Again, everyone's skin is different, everyone likes different finishes and all that. If you have been watching me for a while, then you know my holy grail of all holy grails foundation is definitely my MAC Studio Fix Fluid with SPF 15. I am in that shade NC40. Now, after this, I tried out so many foundations, I lost count. I actually remember making videos and asking you all if you all could recommend a really good foundation for me that provides fuller coverage. Didn't matter if it was drugstore or higher end, whatever. I just really wanted a foundation. But hands down, if I'm ever on the hunt for a foundation that I know will not fail me, definitely has to go with this one. Now, back in 2008, 2009, when YouTube just started really getting popular, MAC foundations got a whole bunch of bad press, and I gotta admit, I was really iffy on trying them, especially this one because it is a liquid foundation, and everyone, it was so funny, whenever I would go to Bloomingdale's or any kind of department store, Nordstrom or whatever, I would hear all the other counters or makeup artists from the different counters, different brands, and be like, you probably shouldn't wear MAC foundations every day, and yeah. But honestly, at the end of the day, it all depends on your skin type and if you remove it right. I have seriously watched a lot of videos here on YouTube. I'm not going to name names because I don't even remember. It was so long ago. People were saying, oh, it broke me out. It, you know, all these things. It really just depends. not every single product is great. It really just depends on your own skin. Definitely don't be swayed either way by people here on YouTube. Definitely go try it out for yourself. I definitely recommend MAC foundations if you're on the hunt for a full coverage, flawless coverage. These are the types of foundations you really want to go towards. I really do recommend them, and I've been told all the time, even by MAC artists, MAC foundations are the foundations you want to use for that special event, or you're gonna go clubbing or something. I definitely recommend MAC foundations. But I can honestly say, when I was in university, I used to use this every other day, if not every day. I used to use this foundation, and it never caused any reaction or acne. And you all know, if you've been watching me for a while, you know my skin has gone through a whole lot of changes. Acne, severe dryness, oiliness, combination. It's been through a lot, and I can definitely say this foundation has been with me through thick and thin with my whole situation going on here. So that's a little intro on that. Now, I think I mentioned this in the demo, I forgot already. This foundation runs a little light. So if you are used to using a particular shade in MAC, for example, I am an NC40 MAC Studio Fix Fluid. In the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, I am an NC42. And also be wary of the lighting at the store or at the counter. I think these are pretty much spot on. Hopefully you can see, they're pretty much spot on. I do have to say, this is 25 milliliters. This is 0.84 fluid ounces. It's not even a fluid ounce. This is 1 fluid ounce. And this lasted me a long time. This one, you think because it's little, oh my gosh, you're going to use this all up. No, really quick, you're not. Lasting a really good while. I did want to try this out for an extended period of time before I made this video for you all and let you all know how it worked on my skin. Now again, I am used to MAC foundations. This is my holy grail. Speaking specifically on the foundation, after trying it out for these past 2 months, I can definitely say that it is long wearing. It is long wearing. It will probably last you the whole day. I guarantee that. Now, as far as nourishing my face, it's really a long story, but my face in general has been very dehydrated, and like I said, it's a long story, but I'm working on obviously drinking a whole bunch of water and getting my face super moisturized. I do have to mention that it is not as drying as my Studio Fix Fluid. When I say drying, I mean not as matte. And I have heard, it's different for everyone, but for me personally, this one would definitely be matte to the point where, thank goodness you can't see this, but when I would wear this, my nose, because again my face isn't super hydrated, unfortunately, I know that's terrible, it would be really, how do you say this, I'm not sure how you say it, it'd be like crackly, like you can see my dry patches. It was just really gross with this foundation. I would still wear it and I still love it. I know that it's because my face right now is not hydrated, but this one, it doesn't emphasize that. So it is nourishing, I guess, in that sense, which I'm so thankful for, because it was gross. It was gross. You could see all these like crackly things. It was just gross. You know what I'm talking about. So yes, on that claim as well, and I definitely do appreciate it, because again, I love this. This is definitely HG status for me. I've loved it for years and I will continue to love it, but I did not like the whole emphasis on my dry skin right now. This one has the Studio Fix Fluid beat on that. As far as waterproof, I'm not quite sure. I hate wearing any kind of makeup. I don't care if it's eyeliner, mascara, or lipstick, anything. I hate wearing any kind of makeup when I work out. That's just not gonna happen. And I haven't gone to a pool or anything, so I can't say anything with the waterproof claim. But obviously it's going to get hotter soon, and I will be continuing to travel, so I will definitely let you all know, keep you all updated on the foundation. As far as my verdict goes, I really do recommend this foundation. I know a lot of MAC products are hyped up. You all know how it is. We're all here sitting waiting for the newest collections, so I know that, but I wanted to give it a shot and I'm glad I did. I'm always on the hunt for a new foundation, so I'm definitely glad I picked this up and I tried it out and very happy with it. Now, as far as the powder goes, I definitely don't think it's super necessary for you to get the matching powder. It's nice, but it's definitely not necessary. I know a bunch of ladies that just put on their foundation and bounce, don't even need a setting powder. It just depends on your preference. Do I feel like this is the best thing ever? No, it's just the powder. It sets. I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid in that sense that I like to have it set and give me a little bit more extra coverage where I need it. So do I feel like it's necessary? No, it does last a while though. It is pro longwear in that sense that it does last a while. Doesn't make me oily. As you can see, I've had it on for several hours already. It definitely doesn't make me oily. I do not put this in my purse to touch up later. I just put it on in the morning and that's it. So this will definitely last me a long time. But again, I definitely don't think it's super necessary for you to get the matching powder. The reason why I personally got the powder is because I was looking for a new powder that didn't have as much coverage, maybe just a really light coverage, because I have been using my Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder. And this is definitely full coverage and it's a bit orange, as you can see. Definitely haven't hit pan on it. I really like it, but like I said, I feel like it's a little too orange right now, and it gives me insane amount of coverage. So maybe if I'm wearing a really light foundation, I can pull this off, but for right now I just really wanted a powder with a light coverage. So that's why I picked this up, but I definitely don't think it's super necessary to get it. Whatever favorite setting powder you have, by all means continue using that. So if you are on the hunt for a new foundation, I definitely recommend the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. Hey, summer is right around the corner. We're gonna be hitting the beach, I'm sure, the pool, and sweating a lot, so maybe this will help. I will definitely keep you all updated with this foundation because I'm curious to see how it will work out later on in the year. So I will definitely keep you all updated, but as for my 2-month review, I can definitely say I am in love. I am definitely loving it, and we'll see where it goes from there. So if you have picked this up or you are trying it, let me know your thoughts below. I'm very curious to see how many of you will like it. And if you don't, just let me know too. That is it for my review and demo on the new MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. That is a mouthful. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Again, let me know any thoughts, any questions, anything down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Love you all so much. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.